Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Net Crochet y Tejido. In this video I'm going to teach you how to knit this Fair Isle hat. It's very easy to do. I hope you guys like it and give it a try. And here is the list of material you're going to need to make it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and click on the little bell. That way you get notification each time I upload a video. Remember, I make my videos in Spanish and English. If you receive a Spanish video and you want to see an English, go to the main page of my YouTube channel that you'll find the English version in there. To make this hat, I'm going to use these two color yarn. They're both for Lost Thread Charisma. This one is Charisma Heather. That's the one with the shinier color. This one is purple. This one is fuchsia. They're 100% acrylic. Bulky 5. This one 85 grams. This one 100 grams. I'm going to use one of these pom-pom from Michaels with a button to secure it in the elastic here. A marker, so I'm going to use this one that is a round counter to cut the round. I'm going to use two different size needle. I only have one size here because I'm working with the other one in another hat. So I'm going to start with this one and then I will finish the other hat and then continue with the other ones for the top of the hat. This one for the border is 8 millimeter. For the top of the hat, I'm going to use the 9 millimeter. These are from my Shagu set. I have the link in the description box below where I got these needles. They are amazing. They're a little bit pricey, but once you buy this needle, you don't need any other type of needle because these ones will last you a very long time, and they're amazing. You're gonna need tapestry needle and scissor and a measurement. This is the graph that I'm gonna use for the hat, for the top of the hat. So the stitch is multiple of 4. So you can increase by 4, 8, 12, 16, depend the size of needle and yarn that you're using. This hat you can make with a medium 4 yarn. So if you use a medium 4 yarn, you will cast on like 80 stitches plus 1 to close the circumference, and a 4.5 millimeter netting needle for the border and a 5 millimeter to a 5.5 for the top of the hat. Since I'm using thick yarn and big needles, I only have to cast on 48 stitches plus 1 for my hat. So I'm going to leave a picture of this small chart in my Instagram, Ruby Net Crochet y Tejido, and in my Facebook page, Ruby Net Crochet y Tejido, just in case you want to copy it to do the hat. I'm going to start by leaving the tail long enough to cast on my 49 stitches. So I'm going to start by wrapping in here 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 12 and 12, 24, and 24 and 24. 48 plus a little extra for the 49 and a little extra for a tail in order to even the work. You're going to do slip knot. And start casting on your stitches. So if you're working with the bulky yarn like this, it's 49. If you're working with a medium 4, will be from 80 to 85. You can do 84 for the stitch plus the extra for the to close the circumference. So if you've never done color work, this will be perfect because the strand, the carrying yarn, and the back is not that long. It's only 3 stitches. So it will be very easy stranded work to do if you're a beginner. So I'm going to work here like that, and I'm going to cast on my 49 stitches. I'm going to start the first row with the open work. I'm gonna net the net and pass the purl without working. Net the net, pass the purl without working. So you're gonna net your first stitch. Yarn to the front, pass the purl without working. Yarn to the back, net, yarn to the front, pass the purl without working, yarn to the back, net, yarn to the front, pass the purl without working, net, pass the purl without working, yarn to the back, net, and you're going to continue like that. You started with a net and you're going to finish with a net stitch. For the second round, we're going to close the circumference of our hat. Make sure that this is not twisted. So I already placed the marker. We have one stitch outside the marker. So you're going to pass the first one from the left hand needle to the right hand needle. And that stitch outside the marker, you're going to pass it over. You can make it bigger because it's the one from the working yarn. And then when you pull this tight, I will close your circumference and you're ready to work. Now the first stitch that you pass from the left hand needle to the right hand needle counts as the first net without working. So you're going to bring yarn to the front and you're going to purl the next stitch, that is a purl. Yarn to the back, you're going to pass the next stitch, that is a net. You're going to pass it without working from the front strand. Yarn to the front, you're going to purl the next stitch because it's a purl. Now you're passing the net and working the purls. And like that, you're going to work this second. Now it's a round. Before it was a row, now it's a round. Because we're working in the round. I finished round 2. Now we're going to work on 3. And you see, by leaving the tail long enough, you have a little gap in between the 2 stitches here. With that tail, you will close the little gap and it will be a perfect beginning for your hat. That's why I like to leave extra tail in my work. It's better to have a little bit extra than not enough. So now you're going to net the net and purl the purls. So net and purl. And this is round 3. Net and purls. Like that, you're going to continue all the way around. Netting the net and purling the purl. I finished round 3. We're going to work on 4. And 4 we're going to do the repetition of 2. You're going to pass the net without working and you're going to purl the purl. Pass the nets without working and purl the purl. And number 5, you're going to do the repetition of 3. You're going to work all your stitches. You're going to net the net and purl the purl. Net the net and purl the purl. And number 6, you're going to do the repetition of 2 and 4. That is pass the net without working and purl the purl. Pass the net without working and purl the purl. And then number 7, you're going to work all your stitches. After number 7 and 8, we're going to change our needle size and start working with the stitch. So I'm going to show you the repetition of 2. You're going to pass the net, yarn to the front, purl the purl. Yarn to the back, pass the net without working, yarn to the front, purl the purls. Yarn to the back, pass the net, yarn to the front, purl the purl. Remember, this is round 4 and 5 you will work all your stitches, all the net and all the purl. And 6 you will do this repetition, and in 7 you will work all your stitches, and then I will meet you here. I finished the 7th round, and now we're going to change to the 9mm. If you don't have interchangeable needles like this, and what you have, they are circular like these ones, and then you will start working this next round with the new needles. But for mine, I'm just going to remove this one from here and put this one in their place. Now with the new size 9mm, you're gonna net the net and purl the purl in this round, and that will give you like almost 2 inches of border after this round. And then in the next one we're gonna start with the 2 color. So I decided to do a shirt with the fuchsia color. That way it's easier for me to guide myself. It'll be a little confusing doing the fuchsia and the purple. So I created the same color. So the stitch is a 4 stitch by 4 round repetition. It's a 4x4. And each time you do 4 rounds, you will start again with repetition of round 1 and so on. So we're going to start now row 1 with a purple and then a fuchsia. We're going to start with 1 purple and then a fuchsia, 3 purple and a fuchsia, 3 purple and a fuchsia, and so on. But the stitch is from here, these 4, so it will be 1 purple, 1 fuchsia, 2 purple, and then you start again, 1 purple, and that's why I make 3 in here. So I'm going to start with 1 purple, and now a fuchsia, leaving a tail to lose later. But I'm going to pass it under the purple by doing this to trap the stitch, the yarn in there. And then now I will work like this. Now I have to do 3 purple, 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to separate these 3, and you're going to come here, and with the fuchsia you're going to do that stitch, and you're going to leave the long strand in the back. Now again 3 purple, 1, 2, and 3. Open the stitch, and the trick to Fair Isle or color strand work is separating the stitch that you're going to leave in between the next color. That way you have a nice strand in the back. And always work in the tip, you stitch, and do your stitch like that, and you have a nice long strand. So again, 1, 2, and 3. Separate those 3 and do the fuchsia. And like that, you're going to continue working 3 purple, 1 fuchsia, 3 purple, 1 fuchsia, and at the end you're going to finish with 2 purple before the marker. Now we're going to work on number 2, and this time is 1 purple, 3 fuchsia, 1 purple, 3 fuchsia. So the color going to be flip. Now more fuchsia and only 1 purple.
I did the first stitch on purple. Now I'm gonna do the fuchsia. So you're gonna separate those 3 and do a fuchsia, and then you have to do 2 more, a total of 3. Now you're gonna do 1 purple and make sure I don't separate those 3 fuchsia. Sorry, you have to separate them when you do the purple. There. And now you're gonna do 3 fuchsia. Separate those 3 and go to the tip and do the purple one, like so. Like that, you want to continue and
We're gonna work on round 3, and here is the only place that you're gonna have 6 space of fuchsia, because you finish round 2 with 3 and you're gonna start round 3 with 3, so you'll have the space of 6. So you're gonna do 3 more. And see, you have the space of 6 in the back for the strand of the purple. Open those 6 like so, and then on the tip of this needle you're gonna do the purple, and I always hold the stitch, that way if I pull, I don't pull that strand in the back. And then 3 fuchsia, 1 purple. Open those 3 and do your purple, and so on. You're gonna continue working and you're gonna finish with a purple at the end. Now we're going to work in round 4, and that is the round that finish entire motif. And you're going to start with 2 purple, 1 fuchsia, and then 3 purple, 1 fuchsia, 3 purple, 1 fuchsia, 3 purple, 1 fuchsia, and at the end you're going to finish with 1 purple. You're going to start with the 2 purples, 1 and 2, and so you finish with 1 purple and start with 2. You have the separation of 3. So you have to bring the fuchsia to the tip, and then now 3 purple, 1, 2, and 3. Separate those 3. 1 fuchsia, 3 purple, 1, 2, and 3. Separate those 3. Fuchsia. You're going to continue like that, working 3 and 1 all the way until the end, that you're going to finish with 1. I finished round 4. Now we're gonna start with repetition 1 and 5, and that's 1 purple, 1 fuchsia, and then 3 purple, 1 fuchsia, and so on. You're gonna finish with 2 purple. You're gonna start in number 6, that's repetition of 2, that is 1 purple, 3 fuchsia, 3 purple, 3 fuchsia. You're gonna finish with 3 fuchsia, and you're gonna start in round 7, that's repetition of 3 with 3 fuchsia. So you'll have the separation of 6 stitches. Remember to open them well, that way you don't have a tight straggler in the back. And then 3 and 1, and then in the round 8, the repetition of 4 is you start with 2 purple, 1 fuchsia, and then 3 purple, 1 fuchsia, and so on. I finished those 2 repetitions of the motif. Look like that so far. I'm going to continue working off camera until my hat measure 9 inches from the border. Already measured 4, so I had to work for 5 more. Remember when you're working the spaces in between those 3 stitches to leave a nice space in the back. That way the hat have a nice stretch when you put it on. So continue with those 4 stitches and 4 round repetition of the motif until you had measured 9 inches. I have my 9 inches, and in total I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these motifs. Now I'm gonna do 2 rounds with the purple. I'm gonna cut the fuchsia. I'm gonna trap the tail a little bit in a few stitches, and then I will secure what I have left. And to do that, I'm gonna grab the fuchsia in here. When I do my stitch, I pass it on top of the needle. When I work my net, I lift that one out, and then in the next stitch, this will be trapped in between those 2. Again, you go, you see? And then when you come to net that one, you lift that one up, and then when you do the next stitch, it's trapped. Like that, I'm going to weave in a few more, and then I will continue working 2 rounds with the purple, and I'll meet you here to start the decrease. I did that round. Now I'm working on the round of decrease. I already worked some in Spanish, so what I'm doing is 2 together, 2 together, 2 together, and a net stitch. So this is a little bit like a slouchy. If you want less length, I recommend not to do those extra 2 rounds that I did of net, and just start with the 2 together, and a net stitch for the decrease. And you're going to end up with 24 stitches of the 48. After you finish that round of decrease, you're going to do a round without decrease. You're going to net all your stitches, and in the next round you're going to decrease, and you're going to end up with 12 stitches. After that, you're going to cut a tail long enough to pass a couple of times through those 12 stitches and tight and secure the inside of the hat, and you're done. The hat look like this without a pom-pom, and it have all the stretch that a hat can have. It's not tight at all. It's nice and loose, and the trick about Fair Isle is leaving those stitches that you have to work with one color, only separate them, and in the tip of the needle do the other color. That give you the space in the back that you need to have for order the work to stretch. If you had to do a design that have more than 5 or 6 stitches of one color, and then you have to trap the strand in the inside, otherwise it will pull your work. I have a space here of 6, no problem, everything is perfect. So now I'm gonna sew a button in the inside a little bit to the side. That way I can pass the elastic of the pom-pom through there, and then I will show you the end result. This is the leftover yarn. I have enough here to make another hat. Maybe not exactly the same design as this one, but something different, but enough for another hat. Being this one the main color and this one the accent color. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the hat with the pom-pom. And I hope you guys like it, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. And if you make this beautiful hat and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Rubynet Crochet y Tejido, or my Instagram, Rubynet Crochet Tejido. Please share my video with friends and family. That way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day.